keeping stiff knee and hip joints, and we're trying to let the ankle land in a loaded, stiff position, and that's kind of our spring. So we're working on the ability to absorb and transmit force back on the ground through our ankle joint. So when I do this, I want most of my foot to hit the ground stiff. A lot of kids will really land on their toes. You want to cue them out of that to have a stiff, rigid foot, and we're going to go forward. So most of the time it's going to start, maybe they have to go kind of out to the side to be able to feel it, and they're transitioning side to side, they're coming forward. So that would be a regression of the motion. If my feet are wide, that kind of reduces how hard I can hit the ground, and then I'm kind of going a little more side to side as I'm coming forward, just taking little baby steps. So if I face the opposite direction, you'll be able to tell how little ground I'm really covering, and I'm not really getting off the ground. If I progress this, so let's say extensive in nature, if I wanted it to be intensive in nature, I'm going to be hitting that ground as hard as I can. And if I'm doing like an acceleration drill, I want it to be focused on covering ground. If I'm doing a vertical based drill or like max velocity, I want it to be vertical in nature for height. So I'll give you an example of each of those. So that ankling, so still extensive, coming across the floor, stiff ankle, stiff knee, stiff hips, just the ankle is working. If I'm going for like the ankling bound, that is going to be vertical in nature, then I'm just literally going to go up, not covering a whole lot of ground. And then if I'm doing the horizontal one in nature, still ankle focused, I'm going to try to cover more ground as I come across. So look at your programming to see if it's intensive versus extensive, if it's vertical focused, if it's horizontal focused, or if we're just working on tissue prep. Most of the time, we're going to use this drill as tissue prep, part of a warm-up, and that'll be the very first motion that I showed you, where we're just working on getting those ankles to be stiff, and then the hips and knees are not compensating.